Think about the following questions. What is the secret to success? If you were to ask, if the answer were widely known, wouldn't everyone be successful? Why aren't you successful? Deep down inside, don't you feel that given the right opportunity, you could be as successful as you've always dreamed you could be? What has held you back? Do any of the following quotes mirror your feelings as to why you haven't become successful? I don't come from good stock. I come from a poor family. I haven't been given the chance because I'm black, white, Hispanic, female, handicapped, you name it. I don't have a good education. I'm just not that smart. I don't have good business sense. I can't make the right connections. I'm too old. I'm too young. I can't get a lucky break. If you said yes to any of the above, then you're absolutely wrong. You must know, or at least have heard of, multitudes of people from all kinds of backgrounds who have overcome all of your problems and hardships and a lot more and became successful. If you were to study closely the most successful people in history, you would find that each of them had to overcome all sorts of hardships. Yet, if you ask the average person why he or she is not successful, he or she will likely give you one of the above reasons, or as we like to call them, excuses. Maybe you haven't been able to maintain a positive mental attitude. PMA. You've probably read at least one of the thousands of books written about the secrets of success. It's one of the best-selling topics in the world of business. And they all have one thing in common. They're all wrong. Success books, such as Napoleon Hill's all-time bestseller, Think and Grow Rich, purporting that in order to become successful, you must have, among other things, a positive mental attitude. You know, the author of these books warn us, if we don't maintain a positive mental attitude, we will surely fail to become successful. These books are enormously popular, but if they are so popular and they're so correct, why are there so many of them? If the PMA theory actually worked, wouldn't one well-written book be enough? Browse through the bookstores and you'll find an entire section on positive mental attitude. You may attend lectures and seminars, you can buy tapes on PMA, and you can still be completely broke and probably become very frustrated as well. There are enough problems with PMA to fill a library. This book, Obsessive Mental Attitude, touches on the most obvious problems. And more importantly, this book explains how successful people got that way and how you can use the exact same power that they used to become successful. This power is the same power that runs the universe. It's called Obsessive Mental Attitude, OMA. There is only one reason you have not become successful in your life. It is because you have never had the opportunity to become successful that you pursued with an obsessive mental attitude. You have never had the opportunity to become successful that you pursued with an obsessive mental attitude. Let me say something that is very important that you understand as you read through this book and listen to these lectures. Most of you might be thinking, oh sure, I knew that. Obsession is the real secret of success. Great, I knew that already. So what? So what? You didn't know that. You don't know that. And if you're thinking that, you don't know that at all. What you in fact know about the mental secrets of success is all wrong. You believed, and have been led to believe that the mental secret to success is to begin with a positive mental attitude, maintain it throughout your entire effort with your own mental efforts, put in the hours, do the work, and you will succeed. This is simply not true. It is wrong from the start. You can begin with a positive mental attitude, but you can't keep positive. You can't stay positive. And if you require staying positive to put in the hours and do the work, you won't succeed. And the proof is shown in the numbers of times you have tried in vain to succeed using the program of positive mental attitude for success, despite trying your very best to stay positive. You just can't stay positive. The program simply does not work. Obsessive mental attitude. The real mental secret to success is the first step. It's how you decide what it is that you want to do. You've been correct when you realize that goals take work, long hours, hard effort, total effort. But you've been totally wrong in thinking that all that is necessary for you to achieve any goal is to simply think of it, and then you'll go out and do it. That's why you're not successful as you could be and as you will be in the future after reading this book. You are wrong before you even start. The fact that you can think of something that you want and write it down as a goal will not give you the mental power necessary to put in the hours, do the work to succeed. Only when this thought is or becomes an obsession will you make your thoughts into your possessions. What happens after the thought determines its success or failure. If it does not become an obsession, you will only make wish lists and dream lists, and you will continue to fall short of your desired goal. Your secret of success? What's the secret that enables one person to prosper in the exact same location and another person to perish? Is it your sex? Is it your age? Is it your education? Is it your environment? Is it your parents? Is it your race? Is it your intelligence? Is it your physical appearance? No. None of these things have ever been proven to be necessary for success. People have prospered who came from the ghetto, as well as people who came from prep schools. Women are multi-millionaires and billionaires. Black men are billionaires. Hispanics are billionaires. Lawyers, doctors, educators are all rich from every race, creed, and religion. People have made great fortunes after they were 65 years old. People have made great fortunes before they were 25 years old. There is no apparent physical, educational, environmental, sexual, racial, age, or intelligent requirement to assure or guarantee success. So why do some people perish and some people prosper? A study was done with the 4,000 richest people in America, and the one single characteristic that defined them as a group was their mental attitude. And the mental attitude wasn't positive mental attitude. They were obsessed with success. The very same mental attitude has remained a secret for all but a few. Literally thousands of books have been written about the secrets of success, but not one of them has ever revealed the real secret. And the proof is in the actual number of books themselves. Since all these books on success essentially teach the same mental attitude, positive mental attitude, wouldn't one book be enough? If what it was taught was actually worked, wouldn't one book have been enough? Remember what I said before, if you bought a book on how to fix an auto repair, and you read it dozens of times and attended lectures, and you still needed to read hundreds of more books to remember how to take out a spark plug, wouldn't you conclude that the books had something wrong with them? I'm sure that even after only a few books, you would consider these books were wrong, and the problem did not lie with you not being able to fix the car, but the problem lied with the instructions that you were getting. But this does not seem to happen in the case of books on positive mental attitude and success. Why is that? The predominant secret taught by these books can be summed up in the philosophy of positive mental attitude. In some form or fashion, every single PMA book out there requires that you develop and maintain a positive mental attitude in order to succeed. Each book lists requirements and exercises necessary to maintain your positive attitude. Some require daily affirmations of your goals, and some require positive statements to be read morning, noon, and night. Some require prayer and meditation on daily mantras, even hourly meditation. Some require vast memorizations of rules and regulations, positive mottos, and positive readings. And all require constant replenishment to assure you stay positive. All require recharging your positive attitude by reading more books and attending more lectures, buying more tapes, and watching more videos. And all these books teach essentially the same thing: positive mental attitude. And we have conclusively proven from my lectures that positive mental attitude does not work. You cannot stay positive. You cannot stay positive for 10 minutes in a row. Well, some of you might be protesting while you watch me right now and go, I can't stay positive for 10 minutes in a row. I can stay positive for an hour. There are 23 hours in the day, 24 hours in the day left. So what good does it do you to only stay positive for 1 hour? Here's my point. I want you to get this point across. I have nothing against positive mental attitude. I have nothing against people who preach and teach and motivate. I do have something against the fact that when you leave these motivational speeches, when you leave, stop listening to your tape, when you stop reading the book, an hour later, you feel worse than when you started reading it. They don't work because they don't have the real answer. They're selling feelings, not selling something that's going to make you work to achieve your goals. Only when you get an obsession will you work hard enough to achieve your goals. And you don't have to have an obsession to be rich. You can have an obsession to be the best mother in the world. You can have an obsession to be the best father in the world. You can have an obsession to be the best garbage man in the world, the best teacher in the world. You can have an obsession to be the best student in the class. You can have an obsession about anything that you want. And how do you get that? Because you wanted it. You know, I'm going to talk a lot more about this as we go along further, but it's like asking someone, how do you fall in love? I don't know. You just fall in love because she's beautiful, because she's ugly, because she's tall, because she's skinny, because she's fat, because she's smart, because she's stupid, because she's white, because she's black, because she's tall. Who knows? I know that when you fall in love, and it's real love, you're in love forever. And when you get an obsession, if it's a real obsession, you're obsessed forever. Here's the point. If I told you I could just make you feel good for 20 minutes, and if you felt good for the rest of your life, you could be the president, boy, that'd make you feel good and you want to think you could be the president. But that's a lie. What you should be learning is that, listen, if you have an obsession to become the president, then you're going to be obsessed with, 1, making good grades so you can get a good education and meet the right people. 2, running your life the right way so you don't do anything that would have caused you, bad things, like being arrested or doing drugs or drinking that could hurt your chance to become a president. 3, by meeting and politicking with everybody that you know. By 4, by getting engaged on local grassroots campaigns and working your way up, step by step until you became the president. That's what an obsession to become the president is. You're going to be obsessed with it when you're tired, when you're old, when you're sleepy, when you don't feel good. It's an obsession. I'm obsessed with my children. Let me explain it to you in a way you understand better. You're obsessed with your children. You don't have to get up every day and say you love them. Yes, sometimes we get mad at them. Sometimes we get disappointed in them. Sometimes they disappoint us. Sometimes they get sick. Sometimes they require extra help. But we're obsessed with them. We love them. They're our family. It's easy to be obsessed with them. It doesn't tear my life up. It doesn't make me go crazy. I love them. I love every second I'm around them because I'm obsessed with them. I wish nothing but the best for them. And it's the same thing you can have with your job. Can you imagine working at a place you're obsessed about being there? Now let me explain something. You might not be obsessed with working at the auto dealership, but if that's part of your obsession to make $1 million, you can go and retire in Florida. It's going to be a wonderful time for you because you know you're working every day to get to the next ring in the ladder, to get to your ultimate obsession to go and retire in Florida. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say when he lifted weights, every time he would curl, he would always do one more because that one more instant of pain, that one more suffering, that one more push would get him 1 inch closer to winning Mr. Olympia again. That's what an obsession can do for you. I'll see you next time with some more great thoughts.